Hello YTPC, this is Steve and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. I'm smoking a Phil Rivera pipe. This pipe is a real pretty pipe. Ben Dublin. I really like the rustication on this and the metal band. The look of it just feels timeless. Phil makes great stuff. And then I'm smoking this Solani Silver Flake 660. And I gotta tell you, flakes can produce some really fantastic smoking experiences. They just smoke so easily and effortlessly compared to other ribbon cuts or more broken apart. And the flavor is really fantastic. I'm really trying to stay with blends that don't give me any irritation. And so largely that is some of these European Virginia Burleys or Virginia Kentuckys or whatever. So this seems to be one of those blends where it doesn't irritate. And it tastes fantastic. Luckily I have a good quantity of Virginia Burleys kind of cellared away. I also really like the Amphora Burley, which I understand that that's not very accessible anymore. Maybe some parts of Europe still get it. I'm drinking my black tea that I always drink. And I still just use this I Am Corona Old Boy. I'm trying to remember where I get this. I don't know, pipe shop in New York. I had good prices on these online, I think. Yeah, I get those. But I've had really good experience with this. I don't have to refill it for how often I smoke. Very often, maybe once every 4 months. And I just really like the flame. I have a nail tamper, or I really like the Czech tampers. I use these. At one point in time I broke down and was just gonna have a bunch of these, and they kind of disappear. But the higher quality ones are worth it. Some of those you get some cheaper ones, they're thin and flimsier, they're just not as good as these. And then I also have like a little pipe tray that I use. I wash it out every single time I smoke. And to keep odors down, I'll use like a scented oil in it. Just like a beard oil, like a beard balm, put it on the inside of it, and then it kind of smells pleasant. It's just what I do. Hope everyone's doing good. I've been real busy. There's a lot of stressors I got in my life, and I really enjoy it when I have the time to enjoy a pipe. I had opened a tin recently, a Wessex brown flake. Didn't really have good experience with the first one. I think it bit a little and didn't have flavors. It might need to just be open some more and get some more air. Get it to the proper moisture. Find that has a big play in how I experience a blend. Especially when you're only having one smoke, maybe once a week. You kind of want that smoke to be good, so it's worth putting the effort into it, and it's worth trying the tobacco to the right moisture level, and it just takes some time. So, take some planning. But I find drier has produced better results for me. But not too dry. Just the right amount of drying. What else? Not too much else pipe smoking wise. Get to see a dentist this next week. My dental hygienist is great. She's very kind. Kind of like a family friend. But I do know, I think my tea mostly is to blame. I sip my tea for a long time each day. It does a lot of tea staining. I think that annoys her quite greatly. But otherwise, I like going to the dentist. I like knowing my teeth are all cleaned up. My son just got his braces off. It's been quite the expensive ordeal going through with braces for 4 kids. I don't really like the idea that braces are considered normal and necessary for every single individual, but it's not always about me, right? What I want. Yeah, been real busy with church stuff. I'm responsible for the ushers. A lot of things been going on with that. I think it's kind of interesting how to consider how any one individual uses their time and skills, whether it's work or outside of work, and how much organizations like outside of work, like church, or maybe you're part of other things, whether it's Boy Scouts or Warren reenactments or book clubs. They can really help you develop some of these skills of interacting with other people, managing people learning. But I think having a heart that desires to serve is an important quality that enables someone to be who they were intended to be. Even just being kind or gentle to kids. Kind of interesting concept that you kind of watch how an individual acts around young people, and it can do a good bit of telling you how healthy their inner self is. Then spending a lot of time with our church group. I kind of talked about that. Studying Romans has been really challenging. Good, growing. I like thinking and talking about those things. Also been really in continuing to be into craft beer. I really enjoy getting to taste good beer. Feel very fortunate that I have some local places that do a good job of cultivating good beer. And we'll get some good beer on tap at a place we like to go to. And there's a couple breweries in Wisconsin or surrounding areas that I really enjoy their beer. One is out of Madison. It's called Working Draft. They don't really distribute in the state very well. And the other is a small brewery. I guess it's all ladies or something. Giant Jones out of Madison. I really like their beer. But I think I've found my taste to really enjoy the most is a Czech Pilsner. That seems to be my favorite beer. I also like English pub ales, like an English mild. I really like how much flavor they have for not having as much alcohol. I also really like Belgian beers, farmhouse ales, some saisons. I can enjoy IPAs, but I generally don't drink very many of them because they seem to make my stomach not as happy. So, right now, the local place has they had 2 Czech Pilsners on, both very good. One from Working Draft, To Those Who Wait, it's called the beer. It's very good. So I think I'm gonna try to go there today again. Enjoy going there. They also have fantastic cheeses, and they have a lot of good cheeses. I guess there's a, I don't know what the place is called. It's like House of Gouda or something. There's a place real close by that makes a really good Gouda cheeses, and they have a smoked Gouda, but then there's these other ones, these soft cheeses. I'm not all sure what all the cheeses names are, but I'm surprised how many really good cheeses are in various places in Wisconsin. They are still knocking it out of the park, and it's a really fun way to try just a little bit of cheese with the beer that I drink. Been going to this place long enough. A lot of people know that I'm a pipe smoker. Someone teased that I should have a event that happens at the, they have like a backdoor patio type thing, and do a pipe smoking event there. I'm just too committed with other things right now in my life. Still do a weekly board game group, and that has surprisingly been able to still occur. I'm just really surprised that still works out. A lot of people come and go in their availability, so it's really surprising that that seems to have worked out. Pretty much some sort of regular group since about COVID, so 6 years. But I just absolutely enjoy so much playing games. Need to get rid of stuff. It's kind of where we're at right now. March is a big month mentally for me. I feel like you have all these ideas of things you want to accomplish over the course of a summer or a year. And I woodworker, I like to build things, and I've just learned over the years that the projects need to start in March in order to be finished by August. You think you got all this time in the summer to do it, and you don't have any time. So it's a lot of designing, sorting out what you want to do, and that takes a lot of intentionality. We're also doing stuff in our house, trying to repaint things. I think I've talked about that too. This last couple weeks, switch some lights in the kitchen dining area. We don't use it as a dining area, but that's what it was. So I removed a hanging dining light and replaced it with a bunch of recessed lights so that we can paint the ceiling, paint the walls. So my wife is wanting to do that. We're expecting to get some new cats, try to figure out storage things regarding that affects where their litter boxes are. We need to build a laundry cabinet, so I need to design that out, get that built. That shouldn't be very hard. Need to make some side tables for up here by this chair, bed, and then I want to You have a walk-in closet. Design a built-in organization and dresser that's kind of built into everything. It just takes a lot of effort to design that. And so that all needs to happen, get started at least this month. And I think in order to make good progress on that, it always requires not doing something else. And I think right now it's pretty normal for my wife and I to try and relax in the evenings. Mostly we'll go to bed maybe around 11. So 9:30 to 11, we'll watch a show or do something like that. I think this month, when we have the energy to do it, which we might have to force ourselves, we gotta start working on these things, cleaning up things, working on plans. And I think hopefully by the end of the month we'll just really feel like we're getting a lot accomplished. We normally go on a trip during the winter, whether it's skiing, go down south, something. I always made that a priority because my wife was a stay-at-home mom, and being locked in with kids all winter is hard when you don't have something to look forward to. So I always prioritized giving her something to look forward to, something she would really like. And financially this year that's not in the cards, and our kids are getting older, so don't have the same problems we did when the kids were younger. So frees up some of the time you go do that to work on things like this. So just need to stay motivated, stay dedicated to getting some of these projects done. Well, if I haven't put you to sleep, for those of you still watching, thanks for sharing this pipe with me. I hope you are all doing very well. And for those of you who are not doing very well, I just pray that the Lord is with you, and that you might feel His presence and His love and care for you, even in difficult times. Talk to you later.